Roll initiative. Pow. Logo. Hey gamers, welcome back to Fits the Game. Today we're going to do the first update to our D&DIY DM screen that we made a few weeks ago. We're going to make some initiative trackers for the top. Without further ado, let's get to fighting! For this build we're going to use some peel and stick magnets, some packing tape, our trusty glue gun, and some of these monster and player indicators that I made and printed off using Google Docs. To start, I made these actual initiative trackers using Google Docs. I made the player one text. In Google Docs I had to do it as a graphic, a new graphic, and then once I made a graphic I had to insert a text layer in the graphic, and then I was able to take that graphic and spin it upside down, and I divided the two with this line so that I could fold at the line after I cut out all the trackers that I made, and it's good to go. So player side, DM side, both can read it just fine. I made them fairly large too. Time will tell if they're too large, because I want anyone sitting at the far end of the table, which is probably about a good 8 feet away, to not have to squint or really pay too much attention. Quick glance. Didn't want them to have any more than a quick glance to be able to read the cards and tell what the initiative order was. Okay, up next we need our packing tape. What I'm going to do is stretch out some packing tape twice the length of the initiative tracker, and then I'm going to fold it over on top of itself and then cut with a little tiny bit of excess left behind to almost give it a laminated, almost like a cheap way of laminating. I don't know if you can see on there how well there's a little bit of excess there. That'll just make them stand up better to time. There'll be a lot of wear and tear. I'll be pulling them on and off of the screen. So with all that handling, the paper wouldn't hold up very well. I did print this on a little thicker paper. A little, I don't know the actual weight of the paper, but it's just a little thicker than regular paper. So it will hold up a little better over time because of that as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this first one up. There we go. It can be a bit tricky getting the tape to line up properly, but feel free to say a few curse words and everything will be alright. So I'll just cut away this excess. Get the tape off my finger. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so what I'm just going to leave a little tiny lip around the outside here. Just like a millimeter worth of extra tape to kind of stick to itself so the paper doesn't spread apart. There we go. Player one is ready to be tracked. Well, not ready. We still have to put the base on this. Okay, now it's time to get our magnetic base. I'm going to peel off one of these peel and stick magnets. So these have a glue adhesive on the bottom. It's not super strong, but it's enough to be annoying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the glue side as the side I put the glue on, just to stop any sort of double-sided glue stuff happening or anything weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of glue down on the base, run a bead across, and then I'm just going to set this down into there. Right there, I'm just going to give it a second. This glue dries fairly quickly. One thing I noticed with the first one that I did, it's a little tiny bit, you can see it kind of curls a little bit, so it kind of leads it to want to lean one way. So I just kind of straighten it back the other way. This is obviously not a flat surface, but you can kind of straighten it out and it'll stand up straight. Okay, so I know exactly what you're thinking. How is this flimsy little kind of wobbly thing going to stay on the DM screen when people shaking the table, people just breathing around, make this thing fall over? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the DM screen now, and we're going to use some more of our peel and stick magnets, and we're going to stick a few on here. See if I can get you to see that. Lift you up a little tiny bit. So we're going to stick a few on here. Now, like I said before, the adhesive on the back of these magnets isn't super strong, but it's strong enough for this. I'm just going to kind of space them out. See, whenever you're ready to go, you just drop that on. So all you have to do is pull out your tracker, drop it on. I may put these a little too close together. Put it back on there. So now, drop on your player, drop on your monster, and everyone's good to go. We're ready for a fight. But there's one other thing to think about. What are we going to do with these whenever we're not using them, whenever we're out of initiative? We're going to come around here. I'm going to, on the inside of the DM screen, the good thing about these artist panels is that I use to make this to have this lip. So I'm going to stick a few of these in here as well. I'm just going to do one for now. I have to give this a little bit of a wipe down, so that whenever we're not using them, we can store them in here, out of the way, and they're quickly grabbed. Quickly grab and start a fight. There we go. That's the first update to our D&DIY DM screen with these new initiative trackers. I'm actually pretty happy with the way they turned out. It's a real solid connection when those click on. Those magnets stick together fairly well. Well, if you like what you saw here today, please feel free to give a like. If you want to see more from us, give a subscription. If you want to stay updated with videos as they are uploaded, please click the bell notification, and please feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any other DM screen mods you'd like to see me try and do, or if you have any other gaming kind of craft stuff you'd like to see me tackle. I have lots of ideas going forward, but if you have something you'd like to see, I'd love to help you try and make it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.